phantom pooper who thinks he can just drop the kids off at any pool he pleases.
Welcome to Job in the Tensile. I'm Jezbot.
I'm Jezbot and Taco.
Coming live from Jezbots Studio.
Is that? Can you hear the echo? Echo?
Oh, yeah.
Echo?
Yeah. It's really loud.
It's the space. The space with the most.
But I'm sure you're going to put filters and
Yeah, you know.
make it sound good.
Yeah.
It's been a while, Taco.
Well, it's been a while in here, hasn't it? Yeah. What's this drink you made me?
Well, it's a delicious soda stream, filtered water with some fresh lime off the back tree and just a sprinkle of pineapple juice.
No,
Nothing.
this is not alcoholic.
No.
Oh,
Did you want some?
well, it's so fancy because you got the limes. Did you grow these limes?
I did. They're
right.
delicious.
They're very limey.
Oh, yeah.
It's filling the whole room with lime.
And
The cubes
they go for a pretty penny, those limos.
Is it?
Yeah.
What are we fetching a
A couple of bucks. To at least $2 a lime.
They're practically giving him away. Yeah, so I was bloody the other night sleeping in my bed.
Yeah.
I get woken up by two hefty kicks. The shut up kicks. And I'm like, I must have been snoring.
Yeah.
Anyway, I left that in the morning. I went, oh, was I snoring last night? And she's like, no, you were like making the weirdest sound. You're like, she said like sounds you've never made before.
Right.
It reminded me of my dream.
Okay.
I was in this massive auditorium with this other chick, and we were singing, like belting out some tunes and going, "Wow, it's really good echo in here." And I was singing away, like singing in real life.
Far out. Luckily
Yeah.
you wasn't one of those other kind of dreams with other chicks. You know?
Yeah. But
right.
apparently my dreaming
Night
singing,
terrors.
singing voice isn't as sweet as my dream singing
Nah,
voice.
it never is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fancy. Have you been anywhere else in your dreams lately?
Yeah, I actually the one dream. I'm not going to bore everybody with the dream details, but I got up and called Madonna because she says to me, you should write your dreams down because they're prolific.
Yeah.
But I had one of those beginning, middle, end film dreams.
Nice.
And it was all in Japanese subtitles.
Right.
It was all Japanese, but like English subtitles. So
Okay.
it was hard to read.
Yeah.
As like most.
Yeah, well, it's like when you try to use your phone in your dream and just cannot get the numbers to
you can't
press.
get the numbers right. Yeah.
So have you been watching Shogun? That show?
No, I haven't started that
That's
yet.
awesome.
Yeah, right.
And that's the same thing. It's all in Japanese. And then
Is it?
Yes, a lot of subtitles, but when the guy's in it, the white man character, he's actually speaking in Portuguese, but we hear it as English.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
That's
it's not
not confusing
subtitles
at all.
and subtitles. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't do the old because I think they did that on Star Trek at one stage. They were doing subtitles, and then all of a sudden it just merged and went English,
Yeah.
just so that we could all understand it and you get the gist.
Yeah. It's authentic.
Speaking Kardashian.
It's the Kardashians.
Yeah, is it the Kardashians?
No, it's the Klingons and the I can't.
I think it's the Kardashian.
Kardashian?
I think it is. I'll look that one up.
Please don't.
Because the Kardashians are aliens. But so basically what I did is I called her, called Madonna, pressed record, set the mic up, pressed record, and as I was telling her the story, that was me recording the dream. So I told it to her.
Ah, right.
Because I had narrative, and I don't want to sit there and
No.
two-finger, two-type, Timmy typer.
Slow typer.
Yeah. And I just thought that was a good way of doing it. You tell it once.
Yeah,
record
first
it
thing.
once.
First thing in the morning.
But beginning, middle, and end.
Yes.
It's insane.
Because it's like the
It's a
vibe
crazy
of a dream. You can't really describe the feeling you were having when you were saying that.
Yeah, and you only really want to tell dreams once.
Or not at all.
In entirety.
Yeah, or just not at all.
Oh, it was worth it. It was worth it because it's a money-making idea.
Oh, okay.
It was definitely a money-making idea. It had like twists and turns and fucking brilliant.
Very nice. Very
yes,
nice.
But been having pretty good dreams.
Oh, to do a dental update.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a dentist. Well, I have been to the dentist again. I meant to say my peepers, getting my eyes checked finally. And I've never been to an optometrist. Have you ever been?
For my peepers, no, but I do need to do that.
They've got all the gadgets.
Is it?
Yeah, this one thing. It's like right up
Look
in
into
your
my
eye.
eyes. Look into my eyes.
Yeah,
All
it
around
is
the eyes.
that.
Always.
It blows like wind in your eye, and then you got to look. It dries it out, and then just sees how it reacts, and then you go into the
How's that? No, it's horrible.
Yeah. And then they take you to the specialist after they've done the pre-scanning. Take you into the little office. It's tripped out. She was like, she put these droppers in. I had to go get these droppers in and then come back in 15 mins. But in those 15 mins, you go totally blurry. Like you can't read your screen or the phone. It's like your dreams when you're trying to read your phone. It's like, what does it say? What does it say? And then she was poking around in there.
Ugh.
Like shines this light, and you're supposed to like look up into the corner, and then if you look hard enough, it becomes like one of those 3D magic posters where you can actually see the veins in your eyeball. Yeah. It's like this red background, and then you can see all the veins, the total vein structure.
Yeah. How's that look?
I said, this is tripped out. She goes, yeah, it's pretty wild stuff.
Pretty wacky. Wacky-dacky-doodle. What's the results?
Well, I do have some floaties, but everyone's got the floaties in your eyeballs.
Yeah, I reckon.
They're not on the surface. They're in.
Yeah, I reckon I can see one of the critters right now. But you try to look at him and he just he moves.
Yeah, he scooches away.
Directly at it.
Nah. Really there he is. I got some.
Oh, shit.
Apparently it's very normal.
Is it?
I've got 20/20 vision. I've got nothing.
So why are you getting your eyes tested?
Well, because it's like at night. I said I think it's the LED light. Honestly, since I got my down lights changed to LEDs, that new style, it's that blue wave energy. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
and it sort of doesn't.
No, you don't have the mad tracing because some of these lights flicker.
Without our eyeballs being able to see. Yeah, it's going on and on and on.
And then if you move your hands, you get tracing.
Oof.
Tracy.
So, yeah, at night when I'm...
20/20 vision, you say?
Yeah, it's all good. Don't need glasses.
You don't have to stick carrots in your eyes?
Nah. Carrot juice, just pour it in there. So it's bizarre because I could have sworn that me papers are... But anyway, since she's put all the eye drops in and, burnt the back of my retinas... they feel better.
20/21 vision.
I think you just need to go and have a good scrape out of your eyeballs. You got to wash out.
Yeah, right.
See, because you're not looking at me now, but you're looking for the...
I'm looking for the squidgery dudes. What do you call them? Did they give him a name?
Floaters.
Floaters?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's reminiscent of a turd in a pool, isn't it?
Well, I was going to bring that up. Funny you should segue into that. I mean,
really?
It's a bit gross doodle dandy.
It's a poop story.
Well, I live in a family of 4. And occasionally the flush don't work.
Right.
All to the standard.
It's that old, why won't that? Why won't it float? Pebble shit. Yeah.
What's up with that pebble shit? But I was going to ask you, because I live in a family of 4, so you just go flush a doodle dandy.
Yeah.
It could be anyone's.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Right?
When it's just 2 of us.
If there's just 2 of you, and you know it's not you, and you have to see it, does that change how you look at your partner from then on?
Well... Everyone shits, Tim, whether we like it or not.
I'm talking about if you got it.
You hope not to see. I call it it's a reverse osmosis. Like your toilet, right? Your toilet. Sometimes you flush, and I reckon it's down. But then, the pressures underneath, I don't know where the pipes were. Yeah, pushes one little guy back up. I honestly swear to God, that's the science behind it, and it's not someone not checking.
Yeah, okay. So then your partner sees that one tiny pebble return, and then profiles you as a pebbler.
Yeah,
the
pebbler,
but doesn't mention it because it's a gross conversation to have. But then thinks for the rest of their life. He's a pebble boy.
Because you know what it is with the pebble boys. Well, it sort of makes you think, this guy or this person, the perpetrator, doesn't check after flushing.
Doesn't do the...
which is... That's not toilet etiquette.
Yeah.
Toilet etiquette.
Toilet.
Pebble Boys.
Pebble Boy.
That's not toilet etiquette.
Pebble Boy flushing.
Pebble Boys doesn't check after flushing. Because you got to make sure there's a brush next to a toilet for a reason.
Yes.
There's bleach or,
Yep.
use it.
Yep.
Liberally.
Yep.
Every time you go in there, just have a bloody scrape out.
I'm a brusher.
Yeah, because no one else is cleaning that, Dunny.
Nope.
It's you, Dad.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yes.
Vanessa.
Yeah. But
It's not the other two
I think
pesky
I
kids.
think I can handle Mason's
Little poop.
like baby arm, giant vermin floating.
Right.
But
Low
but if I knew it was coming out of my sweetums,
yeah. You're breaking up?
I think so.
It's a deal breaker. Well, you're lucky because you got 2 Dunnies.
Yeah, one of the dunnies is on the fritz.
This is not good.
No, see, so I was going to get a bloody plumber around, but then nothing untoward is happening there. It's just you do a flush and the water's coming up to
Yeah, it's probably not good.
the riser.
Well, you have to see my mate Nick. He was here yesterday plumbing.
Yeah, I did think about that. Nick, my mate, the master
I
plumber.
had some bloody burst pipos.
But then they said, why don't you just get the old plunger? Good old plunger.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I did the old plunge. And because there'd been 50 rising flushes since then, so all the nasty pasties have passed, and
Okay.
there's nothing gross about it.
Right.
But did the old
Right.
fixed.
So you are a
Saved
plumber.
myself. Yeah, now I'm a plumber.
Because when I do that in the shower, it's nastier, isn't it? Because it does that final regurge before it goes down. You get to see its lunch. I've got a poop story. Do you want a poop update? I've got the hot scoop. Literally.
Really?
Yeah. I seen it with my own 2 eyes last night. And I don't know if I'm allowed to be talking about this because I think Current Affair has the rights to the video.
Okay.
Because you just sent it in, but what the hell?
What the heck?
Phantom Pua
What? Strikes again.
has been hit in this one spot on a certain highway.
Okay.
It's populated.
Right.
12
Melbourne
times. I'm talking about 3 mins that way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where'd you see this on the news?
Well, my source, I can't
reveal your source.
No, can't reveal it. Too many questions, Tim.
Let me just say, is it a self-discovery on a dog walk?
Well, it's at night. He strikes at night. And obviously the victims have put it in the camera to find out who's pooping.
Yep.
But it's bold because it's 12 times. So it's
serial.
Yeah, serial pooper. I'm watching the footage and it's just like this headlights out over in the distance. Camera's got a good perspective of the road.
Yeah.
And right in the distance, sitting there for about 3 mins. And then when he's finally...
He's doing the final cook-off.
He's just like getting his gut ready to go. Maybe having some more olive oil or something to lube up.
Yeah, it's like popping the cookies back in for another 5 minutes just to make sure they're done.
Exactly. So then this van comes into shot. It's a work van.
Yeah,
It's got a one of the pipes on top.
Okay, so
He's either a plumber or he's a sparky.
It's got to be a sparky because plumbers know better.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you say?
I think
This crosses over with one of your rules. Don't pop your phone number on the side of the van.
no, never.
Because especially if you're a
Road rager.
road pooper. Poop on the road.
This guy gets out of his van, goes around to the passenger side, opens the door.
So is he the guy that was waiting?
Yeah, he was out in the distance. He's just waiting and waiting, and then
So
decides
scoping it out.
decides to poop.
Why this particular place?
Well, this is the question.
No, well, I'd be looking up the bloody electrical history of the house.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said.
Haven't paid.
I haven't paid. Or bad review on Google.
Yeah.
Turns out this lady, the victim, is a bit like that. Would be the type of person that would post bad reviews.
Gotcha.
And it's a bit of a nosy neighbour, I would say.
Karen, if you will.
So she's done something. It's revenge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a revenge poop.
Definitely. Or, mistaken identity.
Okay.
Who knows?
But so do we see him exit the van?
Right, he gets out of the van, walks around the front of the van, opens the passenger door. So now he's got like a bit of a screen, to block his ass.
He's pooping next to the van.
He's like right next to the tyre, right? On the nature strip, right?
On the nature strip.
Yeah. And then does his business because it's like thermal cameras. But he was the cookies were ready. They were taken out. They were completely done.
Ready to serve. I had a biscuit with my tea.
He had 7 biscuits.
7 biscuits.
He had a lot of biscuits on board.
A proper batch.
Then pulls his pants up. Didn't see any kind of wiping. He's very efficient as well, I'll say.
Kind of passion.
Efficient.
Is it?
He's in and out and under, I don't know.
Mostly out. More than out. More out than in.
It's like a 25-second
job. Turnaround.
Dump and run.
Dump and run. And then, so was she out there each day with the old scooper, scooping up the shame? Because, like, technically speaking here, he might have a gripe with the council.
Maybe.
He might have got a fine in that spot. So then he's gone back to assert his authority, win one back.
Yeah.
Or 2.
The team. Just got to drop the kids off at the pool.
Technically, even though that's outside of her house, I was thinking maybe it was within the property. But being on the nature strip changes the
dynamics and the tone, because if he does actually go onto their property, I think you could get fines. Also the public defecation fine. You cop it like.
Is there a public defecation fine?
I'm sure there is. You're not allowed to just like go and shit everywhere, Tim.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
If you've got to pick up your dog's shit, you've definitely got to pick up your human shit.
Defecation fine.
Yeah.
Let's see how much it is.
And then pulls his pants up, goes around to the front of the car, and in the driver's seat, and he's away. So there you go.
Person urinates, defecates in public place within the municipality or town, anywhere in the premises provided for that purpose. Not provided for that purpose, is guilty of an offence. Maximum penalty.
Penalty.
What do you reckon? How much?
In quids or Australian? What are we doing?
Quids.
I'm going 1,000 poops, 1,000 diarrheas,
1,000 quiddages, squidgery-doos. It's 250 squidgeries.
Is that all?
Yeah, but what did we say? Times 12.
Oh yeah, but times seven little dwarves.
Yeah.
I bet you that current affairs is not going to handle it quite as well as we did. Won't be as funny anyway.
Expectation fee. Expectation? That word there. 2020 vision. Can you say that? Expectation fee.
I think you should cut this out.
I think that's one's 250 is for the twos.
Ones and twos.
Expetation is for the PPs.
So ones and
$80 for that.
Yeah, right.
$80 for urine.
That's good. It's not enough, I don't think.
Big no. And then so she submitted the footage to local council or
Current affair.
Yeah.
Because we've got to find this. This is what I will say. This is what I will say. Yeah, your thermal cameras, you can never see.
Do you reckon current affairs added thermal effect to it? for effect.
I was watching the raw footage from the security camera of a screen. Someone filming their screen at home of their footage.
You got to be, you got to have a particular personality to be able to watch that footage. They've seen it, then they've recorded it themselves, so they've watched it many times. So you're a serial. You're a serial watcher.
But at that stage, you're looking for clues.
I think you got at least 2 clues per visit.
you got his DNA, that's for sure. But this is the problem with the cameras; they're not clean enough. You can't see. You can see the van, but you can't see any writings on the side. He's got no you can't see the number plate. You can barely see his face. It's just blurry. It's like useless. Who cares?
But they say that you can read the label on a cigarette from a satellite.
Yeah. But we can't get good security cameras.
No. Can't we get, because they do 4K, but what does that even mean?
I think you need
that technology. Zoom in, zoom left, zoom right, zoom in, clarify.
Bend around the corner, go into the mirror.
You need a hacker.
See the reflection.
One of those 1980s hackers.
I think we need a drone scenario where a little drone poops out every time the camera's on, and we've got one. We've got a live one.
Yeah.
A little camera with 4K just pops out of the grass and
up and
get
about.
a shot of his face.
An aerial.
And a number plate check.
Yeah.
But he's definitely pissed off, this guy.
Yeah. I mean, people get annoyed about the craziest things. I've found that Vanessa she's got a gripe about me socks.
Okay.
She doesn't like how I relax in my socks.
What do you mean?
Well, if I'm on the couch and I'm chilling out, my feet are up on the couch and just chilling out.
Yeah.
She's always commenting on, there's a hole in your sock. There's a hole in your sock. How do you do it? How do you do it? And doesn't like it.
Right.
How big do the holes need to be before you go?
As soon as you get a hole, it's time for a new pair of socks.
Am I throwing just that sock out? Or
Both
do
socks.
I find the pair?
Find the pair. Unless you've got all same socks like me. I've got all the same socks. So once one, you get a hole in it, I've still got a lefty or a righty.
Okay, they're together at last, always.
It's always a backup.
Okay.
And as soon as the elastic goes around the ankle, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go.
We're not animals here.
Because there's the other thing I do, and I'm just going to kick off me bloody foot here. No holes. No. The other thing she hates what I do, I kind of do it deliberately now because I know she hates it. Yeah. Give myself the old foot beanie.
Okay,
so I just roll the sock up, so it's just covering my toes and sitting on my foot like a beanie.
It is, isn't it?
Does that piss you off?
It's
and then because sometimes I like the feeling of just
I reckon
the top of my toes covered.
Look,
she hates
that might have been adorable and funny when you first met each other. But after like 25 years of living together, it's
never appreciated the foot beanies.
Is she grossed out by feet in general?
No.
Just yours.
No, she just doesn't like it when I do that. She doesn't see how I can relax with something hanging off my foot. I said I could make it worse, and I could hang the top of. I do the. Put my shoe on. Do the foot beanie, but then pinch the top so the top's hanging off like a Smurf hat.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hates that. Hates that even more.
What is she wearing on her tootsies?
She does the old slippers.
Slippers that have been walking around picking up dirt and shit off the floor, and then she puts them on the table.
Nah,
right.
They're not up on the scooch, but she's got like indoor footwear, which I'm not a big fan of. Not a big fan of the slippers. Are
you a bit puffed out now that you've just put your shoe on?
Oh yes, it's hard.
You're supposed to be into shoes, and the way you put that on is like it's going to destroy your Nike, isn't it?
Yeah, but I've had these kicking around for bloody
your kicks
7 years. These ones, look how good they look.
How are your feet after a long day walking? Are they barking at the dogs barking at you?
Nah,
no.
I
didn't realise that was that song. The dogs are barking.
Well, it's about foots.
Oh, I reckon. Because they're like hard rockers, like going on tour, and they've been standing up all day, and they're like, the dogs are barking.
That segues into something I discovered today. At
I'm
the
hitting
market.
these segues.
You sure are. Because you talk about rock and roll music.
Sure.
And I thought to myself, rock and roll music in particular, and I'm not saying this is about every genre, but rock and roll in particular is the one genre where they make a point to tell you it's rock and roll all the time. Rock and rollin'.
Yeah.
It's a rock and roll.
I would argue as well, the blues does that
The
a
blues
lot.
does it too.
They've always got the blues.
What's
This
the
is the
final-
blues. I've always got the
rock
blues.
and roll is the blues with the distortion.
up, yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Sped up and then distortion.
Plus the makeup and the wigs.
But they're always telling us it's rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock and roll rhythm again.
God made rock and roll for you.
He did.
Yeah.
See, it's like why having to tell us?
It's probably Project Monarch and the CIA owning the recording industry and they really want you to get into rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
So that when the stars, the rock and rollers, tell you to go and, buy a holiday in Bali, let's just say, you do. Because the dogs are barking.
So rock and roll is what you do when you're on fire, where duck and cover is what you do when
After a
it's
nuke.
after a nuke. So the nuke goes on, you duck and cover, you catch fire, and you rock and roll.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm on fire. Better roll.
That's
roll
a new
into
style.
It, put it out.
New style of music after
Yeah,
the
but then I
apocalypse,
thought hip hop is another one.
We're hip, we're hopping, we're
Hipping
hip
and the
hopping,
hopping.
and
Yeah.
don't
You
stop
just
rocking.
Don't stop and stop.
We start rocking. The mash in, the mash over.
Yeah.
What was that one with the guy with the big lips and the Run DMC boys?
Is that Run DMC?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, that was Walk This Way, Talk This Way.
Yeah, they still play that shit.
They do.
terrible.
Don't tell me how to walk and talk.
Or dance.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
rock
not going
out.
to take
or...
walking tips from like the Rolling Stones, for example, because he does that strut. He's got some lips
Come
on
to
him.
think of it, every music does that. Like dance music or techno. This is techno. Dance.
true.
You must dance.
Dance. Oh, yeah. Dance
we're
music's always
dancing.
telling us to dance.
Yeah. Go to
And
the
I guess
club and dance.
Club,
I'm
in the
fucking
club.
here, man.
In the club. Where is this club?
They're shit.
And how much does it cost to get
Oh,
in?
it's like $35 to get in.
It is,
And,
right?
Yeah, for a cover charge.
Because Revolver.
2 drink min.
Yeah, Revolver's doing a bloody gig. Free gig.
Free gig.
Free gig. Come and see a fucking free gig at the free gig show.
Cooks.
But then it's $35 to get in.
Yeah.
So it's not a free gig.
No, it's not.
Free gig.
But how else are we going to wash these carpets?
Free gig means free entry.
Yeah.
And then you get a gig on top.
And then you just drink your way through the night.
Gig your way through the drink.
Jazz, they're always bip-a-da-bop, scooby-dee-bee.
Yeah, but they never say jazz.
Well,
They
all
don't
that
really.
jazz. They say all that jazz.
That one song does.
all that
And I think
jazz.
that was a hip hop song.
all that jazz.
I'm talking all that jazz.
Yeah, right.
But that's talking all that jazz. It's not. That's talking jazz.
Talking jazz is scatting.
Is it though?
Scooby-dee-beep-bop.
Scooby Doo Doo.
That'll make sense.
Yeah, it does. But
Oh, you're down the market. How was the market? I didn't go. I slept.
yeah, it's pretty average, man. It's bloody Greek Easter today.
Ah, yes.
Happy Greek Easter.
I knew that because we're trying to get souvlaki's on Friday night from the Greek place. No, they weren't delivering because it was Greek Easter.
How long does
Good
Greek Easter
Friday.
go for? Are they killing Jesus on that day again?
I'm
What's
not sure.
Because
I don't
haven't
know.
we killed Jesus by that stage?
Is that just their dates? They go, no, happen here now, not then.
And then what is it? What is the Greek Easter compared to Catholicism? And
Is there Easter eggs?
It's Greek
Easter egg hunts?
Catholic.
Yeah.
I think Greek Easter, don't they paint the eggs, don't they?
Yeah. Boiled eggs. Who wants that?
No, dye the eggs and bloody come on, kids, go around and eat the old cold eggs.
That have been sitting out in the sun for at least 45 minutes.
I think the thing is,
Got any mayo with that?
you paint the eggs, and that's the ceremony.
You dip them in like food colouring and shit. Get it all up in your fingers.
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't done for a long time.
Definitely cancelled the camping trip we said we were going to do before this
that's
weekend.
gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well, I just got so dang busy.
yeah, so all right, so then an after hours activity which we're planning to do. We missed the last one, but they do them all the time.
Right.
I think there's one on the bloody 9th of May, which is maybe next Wednesday.
Yeah.
But then we're going to plan one for a little bit further on, where we're going to go to the Old Melbourne Gale
All right, yeah.
for Ghost Tour. I've shopped around. Ness is out.
Yeah.
She's not in the mood.
See, I don't.
Scary.
It's not the scare. It's I don't want to bring back any of the gin. You know, the spirits that attach.
The bad gin.
Yeah.
But I think if you communicate with the spirits, you provoke.
Ever talk to them.
No, you provoke them. Once they know that you know that they know that they're there.
Well, they can attach.
Yeah, well, they can appear and they can start scooching stuff about and scrimping your fucking
Back when you.
But
got all these scratches up my
would
back.
you want to come on the ghost tour? Because I mentioned it to Mumsy and she was kind of partly keen. We're talking like an hour and a half ghost stories in the dark at Old Melbourne Gale.
How much? What time does it
Oh,
start?
it's like 35.
Oh, and it's
plans.
getting dark early, so we could get the 6
You
o'clock
get
sesh.
you get the 9 o'clock sesh.
Is it? Oh, you go for dinner first. Din-dins first.
Din-dins. Yeah. What's a good pre-ghost meal?
Chinese. You go to that massive Chinese place in the city. What is that? Hot boxing or something like that?
No,
It's
there's got to be a ghost thing.
City Walk or
meal. There's got to be a ghost
okay.
meal. Ghost peppers.
Yeah, ghost peppers. Make your eyes cry.
What's another good ghost?
Ghost. I'm thinking eggs again.
Why?
Scrambled eggs. It has that Slimer sort of Ghostbusters. It's got
It smells like a fart.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
It's like, who farted?
yeah, like an omelette.
Wasn't there like, oh no, that was the young ones with the big puff of smoke. Did you fart? You eat the Turkish delight. But ghost tour, because I are mostly been watching lately. My algorithm, I've turned it into just ghost stories.
All right.
And we've been like fanging them.
So you're probably pretty well schooled at this point.
Yeah.
Can you tell a phony from
Absolutely, 100%.
from the real thing?
Straight away.
Is it is it the grain? Is it the lack of background?
No, so you've got apparition, which is like with ghostly,
like
shadow bastards and in the corner of my eye kind of guys.
The shadow people.
They just like scooch about in the periphery of your floaters,
like the floaters,
floaters,
but scary.
Yeah, but then you got the poltergeist,
right?
Which they go
start
moving shit. I don't want to move. Oh, his towel's moving. Right? They'll move shit about and ghost about like the apparition.
Are they angry?
So it's a rock and roll.
Are they malicious?
No, they're pretty like mischievous at the start, but then as soon as you start acknowledging them, the fun turns into not so fun. Like they'll slam a door and then they'll.
It's like in a horror movie where you see a kid running down the hallway, and then you catch up to the kid. What are you doing here, kid? It turns around.
Yes, never trust a child.
No, it's not a child.
It's a demon.
Yeah,
it's a demon. So you got the demons, which marry closely into the poltergeist.
Yes, and where would a skinwalker come into this?
Oh, that's in the cryptids and paranormal.
It's very scary. Those guys.
Those ones are scary, but you get them on. They're more like trail cameras and farm
the woods
stuff and
a lot of people disappear in the woods, man. And it could be cryptids, could be like Billy Bob and his mate. Ding 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 ding.
Speaking of gins, and then you got poltergeist. Then you got the
who's rattling the chains in the attic?
I think that's poltergeist,
right?
Because anything that involves movement.
So who's the
standard ghost is?
Yeah. I used to live here in the mansion and I died here.
Yeah, it's like echoes of a past existence.
Yes.
And then you've got the residuals,
right?
like what you're saying.
In and out of
they're attached to the story.
Yeah, okay.
And they relate to the story of the place, of the spookins.
Yeah, like at an old pub and stuff.
Yeah, shit like that. Oh, that's just Larry.
Yeah, he's the old publican.
And he messes with the glasses, and that's his thing.
Yeah, because he thinks he's still there.
He's still there.
I've got to work again. I can't believe
Then you
it.
got then you got this other one that I've come across, the Mimic, where I've seen a few weird ones.
Oh, where they're calling out your name
In your voice.
That's
You calling
that's a
yourself
skinwalker.
out. That's that they
Intertwine
with the vortex opening style.
because they'll turn into like a cat. Like you hear your name and then you go up there and it's just a bloody black cat or.
There's the shapeshifters.
Mm.
They appear as other things, and then they're generally demonic.
And does the aliens ever cross over into the cryptids? Can we be mistaking the aliens?
They lean heavily on the mimic.
Because if I didn't know better, and I was seeing a little alien, like a really small one, I could think that's a gnome. Or
but then you're going into the mystical world, fairies,
dragons,
wizards,
warlocks. Swordsman, you got your archer, you got your the kings, the queens,
but
the knights.
They're generally the apparition ones, where they're creatures or whatever. They're usually an outside kind of spookins,
right?
Yeah, you get a scratching at your door, and
what's your? You've heard footsteps. You've had some spookins.
Well, you, Ness and I were outside of Mum and Dad's thing, Kitchione, on the balcony there.
Yeah,
we heard someone going from one end of the house in bloody army boots. Do you remember that?
But it was probably Macca, one of Steve and Mick's mate, bloody coming to get a bloody Vegemite sandwich.
God rest his soul. But
he did come home quite a few times, and he was in the house making sausage rolls.
G'day, Mrs. T. G'day, Nudge. I've had a few.
Well, you've seen UFOs. Well, what were UPAs?
Had a few ghosty woasties in my time. Did a gig once at the Bakehouse, which is a rehearsal room. And it was a performance we were doing for bloody Mushroom Records, like an audition thing for somebody else, and I was DJing for him.
Right.
Kobe Marsh.
Oh, yeah.
And I was on stage, and this dude walked to about there in my vision, which is just outside.
So he's a floater.
Level with me ears.
He's an eye floater.
No, it was solid as the day.
As the Dickens would say.
As the Dickens. And he had a long brown
Dickens
coat on and a big hat.
Right.
So I've sort of seen this dude, but kept performing and thought it was somebody that worked at Bakehouse.
Sure.
But then did the thing.
Eccentric guy in a brown coat and a big hat.
He was just there. He was just having a look, seeing what was going on. Generally, people do scooch up behind me to see and just go, is that turntables? Are you real dude?
Can you play something good?
Yeah. Do you reckon you could turn it down or shut up or go home? Boo is the other big one. Sure enough, finish the song, turn around to acknowledge Overcoat. No one there. And it was all I could see was the fucking corner of the room.
Right. No back door, no side end, no.
Needless to say, we did not get the audition.
You didn't get the contract.
Didn't get it. But
that's probably a good thing.
Well, to break the ice, when they said, "Oh yeah, this day," they were giving us notes on how to improve the act. And it's like, I don't need no notes. I don't. I'm not afraid of no notes.
I've got a note for you. Yeah. Now, what we're going to do?
What you going to do?
We're going to take you back into the back room.
So I, to break the uneasiness of like them breaking it to us that we weren't going to get no ghost for us. Yeah. I told the ghost story, and they were like, the executives, they were right into the story. They loved it.
Yeah, so now we can go. Now we got something to market.
Yes.
Ghost boy and singing girl.
DJ.
She's dead. He's a DJ.
He wears a big hat and a brown overcoat. Maybe I should have got notes off him because he was actually watching us.
Yeah. He's been watching every act.
So that was a ghosty, and another ghosty one where we're for Jen's wedding. We're in Tasmania, and she hired this like farmhouse thing out. And Ness and I woke up in the middle of the night. It's probably about 3 o'clock, which is the witching hour.
It is.
And we heard down this, because there was this hallway that went from the front door to the back door. You could see right through the house. It was quite long, but it was 100% chains and metal being dragged down this hallway, and you could hear chains, and it was heavy dragging, heavy lifting. And we were in bed just going, "What in the fuck is that?"
Right.
That was scary. And then we quizzed everyone in the morning. No one was up. No one was dragging stuff down the hall. And so that was something.
That was large Marge. What about this, though? When you're in the forest and you think you're hearing a mimic, there's a bird in Australia in the Dandenongs called the lyrebird. And it's
Yeah, they were not great at night, though, were they?
Yeah, they're talented. You could be hearing a chainsaw. What is it? It's a chainsaw. No, it's a lyrebird.
That's a good point. I would always say that those...
Depends where you are, what country you're in, right?
Yeah.
Because if you hear a possum or a koala at night in a tree, it's
well, you're going to think
scary.
Bigfoot. Yeah, you're going to think Bigfoot straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scooching about.
Especially if they're fighting or they got the chlamydias. You know?
I'd be bloody heaving hard if I had the chlamyds.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
I guess.
Yeah, but we've been watching that, and then so from that we from the ghosty things, we're like, let's up the ante. Let's
have a seance.
No, never seance.
No,
never seance.
Never seance. No,
not interested.
Remember you did one with Thorpe, wasn't it?
No, it was with Bernard.
Yeah,
and Halsey.
That was it.
We were up in the reserve.
Right.
Did a seance.
Yeah.
And then we did that up near the fireplace.
Right.
So for you to picture it. Left of the tunnels.
Right,
just near the freeway.
Yeah.
And which is, we found out later, that's the it's heavy on the Aboriginal birthing ground.
Right. That creek.
Yeah. That area is heavily
women's area for having births.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, they go for miles and miles around just to have a squidge in the bush, pop out another baby, and so we did a seance up there, and like right in the middle of the seance, a branch like from the tree above, like and it was a fresh break,
right?
Like one of those breaks over your knee kind of breaks, bang, right in the middle of us, this massive branch. We're just like, oh fuck, let's get the fuck out of here.
This.
Didn't close off the seance properly, and so like I was carrying the cup with the ghosty woasty still inside of it because we were going to go to a safe space to release the evil spirits, right? As you do, and then got down to about the bike track and like. Believe me or not, whatever you want to believe, I'm holding the glass like this, and I feel in my hand, I got hit by something, and the glass went flying and smashed on the bike track.
What are you doing, you dickhead?
Yeah, it's like then Ghosty Boasty got out and bloody.
So that's why you've been how you've been.
It's probably been hanging off me ever since. That was
leeching.
That was the last seance I ever.
Does keep the weight off though. I've noticed.
Is it?
Yeah, having someone like it's a tapeworm eating in.
It's a ghost diet. Yeah. So we wanted to up the ante, and we're thinking, where's the best place we could do it? A couple of the ghost tours we looked into have closed down now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, shut up shop. But they're still doing it at the old Melbourne Gaol.
All right. Well,
I say Gaol because it's spelled Gaol.
Yes.
The old way of
old Wellying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in.
You'll do it
if you drive.
Yeah, I'll drive.
We'll do it for the pod. Surely.
It's got to be scary. Because all you're doing is hearing tales.
Prison, Meg. Prison.
But wouldn't you
stay out of prison?
Wouldn't you rig the priz up? Wouldn't you rig the priz up so you're telling the story and then somebody else?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Ping, Tink.
Yeah.
Sometimes we call this ghost the Tink. And then
Well,
tink,
but
tink,
you do it
tink.
as a ghost house for a season during like Halloween. You go, right, you go in through the front door and then it's a maze and you got to walk around and
You gotta
it's
get out.
scaring the shit out of you.
Yeah.
We're putting like creeps in the
like that.
cells.
I don't like jump scares. I don't like fake scares. I want to be...
Actually scared.
Yeah, I want to be like ready to leave as soon as I get there.
Right.
Kind of vibes.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will.
I feel so good about this.
Yeah.
It's a bad
It
idea.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's a bit more theatrical than I thought it's going to be.
$65.
Is what's his name with the big Ned Kelly.
Yeah.
Is he going to haunt the place where he was hanged, or is he going to haunt?
The hanger. I think the warden.
So is he going to haunt the
premises.
To haunt where you die? That's what I'm saying. Or is he going to be up at Beechworth,
Right.
haunting the pub?
Where
And
he's
then
spending most
if
of his time.
they've got a ghost story of old Neddy hanging around the ghost pub, and then old Melbourne Jail's got a story about him hanging around the noose, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
they
who
hung
do we
him, right?
believe?
Because they did the bust, like the
Death mask.
the death mask, right? And they had one of those up at the police academy. You were saying,
No, they had some of his armor up there.
right? Probably, maybe. You know, whatever. We're not going to put the real stuff up on show, but you're really liking that drink over there.
Good. You wish I had gin in it.
I think, yeah, you keep saying
say
that. Yeah. I think if you cut your head off, did they cut his head off?
No, they hung it.
They just hung him, and then so no part.
No, they shave all your bloody hairs off.
Yeah,
So like,
they can get the mask.
well,
of the
you get
clay.
the mask because it's just this terrible, terrible, terrible nightmare trying to scooch plaster out of his beard.
Yeah.
You can't get a cast of a beard.
No.
You put a fake beard on a cast. And then you go,
You sure do.
And you go, that looks like Ned. But none of us, we only know him with his full metal jacket on and his beardo. So when you see a death mask, he just looks like
Weird guy.
Bazza from the pub.
Yeah, I think if any part of Ned Kelly is left at the prison, and it's not with his body at his burial site, like I think that's when you get started haunting in two places.
Didn't his head get ganked?
I don't know.
I thought his skull got ganked.
Oh, that sounds about right, doesn't it?
So is he also haunting the
Whoever's got that
location
skull.
of the skull?
Yeah.
It's up in a barn in a box somewhere.
Well, he's pissed off with the great grandfather that stole the head, the skull. But if you're related and you still got the skull, you're getting a ghost.
So you got a 9 o'clock appointment
Ghost in
at
Old Melbourne jail, yeah.
and then you got a 7 o'clock appearance at Beechworth,
Yeah.
and then you got
Off
3
the-
a.m. to 4 a.m.
Yeah.
at
It's witching hour.
The witching hour down at the stash spot of your scullo.
Me coins.
How we going there?
48 mins.
Is it? So there you go. So we're going to go.
All
on
right,
that.
that's
So I
good. That
reckon
sounds good. That's
I reckon
good.
That's a good one.
What have you been watching? What have you been doing? What have you been saying? What have you
Watching Silo.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
good recommendation.
That is a
Have
good
you
one.
noticed that a lot of shows that are coming out now are bunker related?
Yes, they are,
bunker motif. Like, there's been people living underground for a long.
So that's are we talking? If we calling that sci-fi,
Yeah, I guess so.
is it
It's future.
apocalyptic?
Yeah.
Sci-fi.
Is it sci-fi just because
Lo-fi sci-fi.
just because it's in the future? Does it make it sci-fi?
Yeah, it's 130 years in the future.
And then that Fallout, which is another video game, they're just remaking video games. That's in a bunker, Fallout bunker. It's bunker
Yeah,
related.
it is too.
There's heaps of bunker shit going on.
Bunker.
Bunker Boys.
That's Bunker Boys.
It's my new band. It's
The Bunker Boys.
Europop.
Yeah, okay. The Bunker Boys.
Yeah.
Bunk. So to bunk somebody, we call it dink, but I think they call it bunk.
What, when you let someone stand on the back of your car or your
Stand
bike?
on your pegs at the back or sit on the handlebars.
Yes, that's a dink.
That's a dink here.
Yeah.
But is it a bunk overseas?
I don't know why you'd think that. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I think I have. Bunk.
Bunker Boys.
Bunk meaning.
UK.
Then do I say bike? I'll say bike.
Yeah.
What is a bonk? I know what a bonk
I think
is.
we all know what that is.
What's a bonk on a bike? That's a really uncomfortable bonk, is what it is. What are the symptoms of bonking?
Oh, well.
Bonking occurs when your muscles run out of glycogen, aka fuel, forcing you to feel symptoms like fatigue, heavy limbs, dizziness, and hunger.
That's bonking, is it?
That's oh man, I got bonked last night.
Yeah, I'm so dehydrated.
Yeah.
I've got no glucose. Glucose?
Yeah, I've really got bonked. What is bonking on a bike? In other words, it's the condition where your muscles run out of fuel.
No.
Yeah.
We'll go dink. See if that's in there.
Okay, what's dink?
Why are you telling this, by the way, in the meantime?
Why?
About dinking?
I think we're talking about bunker boys,
Right,
bonker
gotcha.
bonk.
That all makes sense.
A ride on the crossbar or handlebars of a bicycle.
Yeah.
Australian colloquialisms. Colloquialism.
That's like the time of Ned Kelly.
It's good.
It's colonialism.
Colonialism, but colloquialism is maybe a good name for a hip hop act.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
I'm colloquialism.
What's a dink in Vietnam?
Yeah. I don't know.
Offensive slur applied to Viet Cong or soldier. All right. Well,
Stop saying that then.
Sorry about that, guys. they
Oops.
they fucking
They did that.
Google did that.
Yeah.
That's Google's.
Not warning.
It's Google's.
Not warning us. We've got a bloody broadcast here.
So, Mason, I told this on Madonna's podcast, but Mason said to me the other day. So, if a bike rider is a cyclist,
Yeah.
then is a race driver a racist?
Bam! You got the job, kid.
So I said, that is fucking genius, mate. Did you come up with that? Yeah, I did.
Write it down.
Yeah,
That's your
right.
first joke.
I've said it twice, so. But I'll give him credit, and I said every time I tell it, I'll give you credit.
Oh, can I have my credit? Where my credit is due, please?
Oh, yeah. So you're right. I was wrong.
Thank you.
Because the Caribbean, much loved Caribbean
Gardens, which is for if you're playing at home or overseas, it's a huge park in the southeast suburbs or whatever, Furniture Gully
and
way.
big in the 50s, 60s,
Yeah,
60s,
like
70s.
playground and fairgrounds and
Lots of
lakes and water skiing and
Lots of fiberglass stuff.
toys and cages full of birds.
Big
and then,
heads
And then they'd have a massive market every weekend and you
Yeah,
get all your
car
junk.
shows
And, yeah. And that was
brick and or brack.
Caribbean or Caribbean Gardens, however you want to say.
However you want to say it.
So it went under.
Yes.
and
and then
then-
came back and then went under again.
And then someone bought it to put on
Events. Which we always said should be a
Here's-
place to
yeah,
do it.
It's great, but here's the rub. There is no public transport out there. There's no train. right?
No.
So it's buses only.
So they put a big event on, and it was all the stars. I think,
Who was going to be there? Blondie, an 87-year-old woman.
Yeah, Blondie,
Placebo.
Deep Purple,
Deep Purple.
Dead Kennedys,
Dead Kennedys.
which they turned up. Deep Purple,
Yeah.
Smoke on the Water.
Yes.
And
Whole
I
bunch of
think
other-
Alice
Cooper.
and Coopers, Alice and the Coopers.
And Wolf Mother, I think. And there was
Probably.
there was a full.
So a
full
few big
spread.
names, but
Yeah.
I said to you over some drinks,
Hmm.
bloody Deep Purple are coming of the Caribbean, and you're like, nah. And I said they fucking are, man. They're on the bill. It's the biggest name
draw card,
on the thing.
all
next to
smoked on the
Alice.
water, man.
He said, "They mark my words. They are not fucking coming. They will not come. They don't come."
They're not
Why
going
would
to
they come out of
Caribbean Gardens.
It is true. Now that I put it together,
Yeah.
it's right.
Yeah. It's a fire festival
What are you gonna
all
do?
again.
Fucking drive him. How embarrassing.
I know. You're going to
embarrassing.
fly him into Moorabbin Airport and then you're going to get a Uber or a limousine to the Caribbean Gardens. Maybe a helicopter.
25 minutes into that trip, they're going, where the fuck
Yeah.
is this shit?
Where is that?
What's
What is
going
that?
on?
And then they get there and like, why does it look like it's straight out of the fucking 40s?
Are they helicoptering
Blondie.
Dead Kennedys and are they doing trips?
So who
from
bailed?
Moorabbin?
Who bailed?
Well, you said Deep Purple, mark my words, will never come. And they bailed.
Yeah, and then Placebo went, nah, we're fucking out.
I think Placebo.
Let's just have a quick scooch about the, it's like this, the Fire Festival that, like, we're organising this massive event. It's going to be huge. We've had confirmation, well, not really, but Blondie's going to be that. Blondie is 78 years old.
Yeah, and then what's she gonna play?
Yeah, and John Freddie in the back of the boys. Apparently, she wasn't. It was a great show, but she wasn't. Her vocals weren't really up.
Imagine being on this bill.
Yeah.
Hello, Sunshine, 2024. The lineup is here: Grinspoon, the Veronicas, Pete Murray, the Temper Trap, the Wiggles.
Oh.
What Wiggles? Let's go.
Did you find it? Was that the one we're talking about?
Deep. Let's go Deep Purple.
Yeah.
All right. Pandemonium rocks.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Live festival, newest live festival, the Pandemoniums. Scrolling down. Let's see. Alice Cooper, Blondie, Psychedelic Furs, Wolf Mother, Wheatus, Cosmic Psychos.
Oh, so Wheatus is, I'm just a teenage dirtbag. Play the song again.
Play it again, yeah. What's this song?
Was that Weezer? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think that's Wheatus.
Yeah. Will Wheatus.
Will Wheatus. So let's just go Deep Purple cancelled, and then see if they've got a reason, because we deserve a reason, don't we? Hits back. Pandemonium Rocks Festival hits back at cancellation.
That's just like headline after headline, isn't it? That you're reading, saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, no. Kathy Freeman Park, Olympic Park, Gold Doug Jennings Park, and Brisbane Island Resort Hotel. Heavy metal music superstars. Gang of Four. Have you ever heard of them?
Nope.
No, no one has. Bands across the 2 stages. Blah blah blah. Rumors of Pandemonium's cancellation. News report: Airlight train in March has been canned, so it's going ahead. Concert canned. Okay, let's see what they say.
Izzy, it's understood the highly anticipated Pandemonium Festival has been scrapped. 9 News understands, Eva, the festival, which is expected to be held here at Doug Jennings Park, has been cancelled, along with shows right across the nation, including Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. We've been told, despite the huge lineup, which includes Blondie, Alice Cooper and Wolf Mother, ticket sales are low and traffic chaos seen during the Fred Again concert are some of the reasons why organisers are pulling the pin here on the coast. Interstate negativity surrounding the Sydney show being held on Anzac Day also not helping. It's understood organisers have not yet notified those who've already purchased tickets, and as we go to air tonight, tickets remain on sale. We called the promoter Apex Entertainment this afternoon to set the story straight.
Yeah. What do you got to say?
My bloody vibe.
Just can you confirm the show's 100% going ahead? Well, the promoter didn't say too much, Eva. They
didn't say too much.
May relocate the festival to Broadwater Parklands, but either way, plenty of ticket holders are being left in the dark. Okay, we'll be watching with interest.
Oh yeah, we will not be watching.
How about this, right?
So then they all got fucking cancelled.
How about this, right? For an idea, you promoters, the Caribbean Gardens for starters.
No, Pandemonium is not cancelled.
Well, they play it in Melbourne.
Okay. Yep. Keep going. Yep.
I think what you should do is you could probably sell out a massive fucking Deep Purple tour, and we just go and see Deep Purple and Blondie's backing them up.
Yeah.
You see 2 bands, and you lock them in with tight bloody.
I don't know
contracts.
I think the days of the festy fucking days are over.
Who wants to line up for everything?
It's played out. So played out.
And what's great about when you go and see a band at the theatre, they start at 10, they're out by 11:15, you're on your way home.
Zip zop zap.
You see every song you wanted
to
see.
Encore,
yep.
And then they're out, and they come on for maybe 2 songs for an encore.
Yep.
And then they fuck off, and we fuck off, and everyone fucking is happy.
We usually leave just before they play the big hit.
I think we stayed to the end, lights up for
Cinnamon.
Samandi.
Samandi. Sounds like a prostitute.
It sure does. Cinnamon, you're thinking of.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. Cinnamon candy. Well, it's been a bloody delight. And as I watched the sun set on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in Melbourne town, as the fog starts to roll in, I put my mind towards a fire in my fireplace and maybe a glass of red wine or a scotch. Which is,
or possibly some gin in my
in my delicious
drink. I will give one quick shout out at the end to Mason, my boy, my son, my lad, my boy. Kicked 5 goals in soccer the other day.
5 goals.
5 goals.
Yes.
Of 15. 15-0. 5 of which was Mason boys. First proper match.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And he
killed
just
it.
dominated.
He totally Ronaldo'd it.
Ronaldo.
So shout out there.
Is he like 6 foot taller than everyone else?
He's the oldest.
Doesn't really happen.
He's the oldest in grade 6. Can you believe it?
Oh, right.
Can you believe it?
Doesn't really help with soccer, though, is it? Be tall? You're going to be low to the ground.
Kick
long
a little
legs,
bit harder.
Long legs.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Well, yes, it's not going to wrap up itself, Tim.
No.
Thanks for listening. And we'll see you again when we see you again.
Yeah, keep them poops to yourself. I'm Timmy Taco.
I'm Jezbot. I'm Jezplop.
I'm Timmy Taco Poo.
There it is.
They hop, they duck, they climb. They go through 2 at a time.
Jumping the turnstile. Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
Leap over the turnstile.
Hop over the turnstile. I had technique. It was like a ninja. Jumping the turnstile.
And it's no small thing.
People have jumped the turnstile.
I definitely jumped the turnstile. Jumping.
The turnstile.
I definitely would do it once, twice. I would do it over again.
Whenever I believe I don't have to do it, but I do it, I get away with it.
And there was no one there, so I figured it'd be just easier to jump the turnstile.
I've jumped some fairs in my day.
I definitely jumped the turnstile a few times. Jumping.
Turnstile instead of just paying the $2.25.
I do the technique, I pull the turnstile back. Like that, boom, boom. My upper body is not moving, just my leg.
Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
The turnstile. We are the antibacterial wipes. This don't even look sanitary.